gotta put serious work in for at least 10 years, to get that black belt. So, we're talking about mastery here. We don't got it all right. We didn't form the perfect unity. We didn't form the perfect tribe. But we're mastering our particular foundation that got something to do with building. What we build is Hawa's plan. What we build is Hawa's plan. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna find our, foundation, our foundation. We only ask that you find your foundation. You know what I'm saying? It might be people you grew up with, might be people you meet along the way of this journey, even on social media. That's all good. But, do your due diligence and make sure you trust somebody before you let them in your house, before you let them in your environment, around your kids, around your children, your droplets. You know what I'm saying? Just do your due diligence, man. I just felt the need to get that off my heart bone. So let's pop off, man. Let's talk about Jacob Kirkensee. This is the Preston. You gotta let a nigga know what you're doing it for. You can't just keep reading books on the nigga's head bone. You gotta let him know how you feeling about it. You know what I'm saying? This is what we're doing it for. Not just for the books itself, but so that we can connect to a higher vibration, right? Of what they call truth. And the truth is, there's a Jacob Kirkensee. There's a Daniel Kumisi. There's an Anand Ben David. This is something they can't take away and say, oh, that's the white man's book. That's the Bible. Okay. If these Nagas are the type of Nagas I think they are, they're going to show up everywhere, even outside of the canonized version of the Bible. So who's Jacob Kirkensee? Abu Yusuf Yaqub, right? First half of 10th century. Qarian scholar. His surname has been variously derived from Kirkusiya, the ancient Kursesian in the Midrash, Kursesian in Upper Mesopotamia, and from Kirkasan, a small town in the vicinity of Baghdad. The sequence of his names implies that he was called Jacob, his father, Isaac, and his son Joseph. Hold up, man. Reproducing the sequence of the biblical patriarchs. Come on, man. I mean, I'm not tripping. I'm not going crazy here. Reproducing the sequence on purpose. Okay, all right. Just to be like Mike. I want to be like Mike. Is this a situation that they trying to be like the patriarchs? Or are we finding phantoms and duplications? Yourself take the wheel. Later Qarian authors, remember Qara means black in Turkic, with a Q or a K. I'm just gonna go. I'm assuming y'all wave surfing, so I'm just gonna pop off, man. All right, I assume you know what I'm talking about by now. We out of here. Later Qarian authors thought erroneously that his forename was Joseph and confused him with the Qarian scholar Joseph B, or son of then Abraham. So he is Jacob. His father is Isaac. His son is Joseph. Yeah, it's kind of reproducing the sequence of biblical patriarchs. And then later they confuse him with this other scholar, Joseph ben Abraham Ha-Ro-A, or like that Ruah, who lived a century later. Hey, ain't no time on in the wave. We know how they shuffle, chronological time shifts around, right? So nothing is known of Al Kirkasani's personal life beyond what may be inferred from his own words. That's crazy, because ain't nothing known of Jesus, JC's personal life beyond him being 12 years old and suddenly he's 30 something, You done missed his entire 20s, boss. Come on, man. If he's that important, where is the story, man? Where's the 18 years? He pops up at 30 years old. All right, so nothing's known of Kirk Cassini's personal life beyond what may be inferred from his own works. He was thoroughly acquainted with the contemporary Arabic, theological, philosophical, scientific literature and had a substantial knowledge of the Mishnah, the Gemara, some Midrashic works, and the rabbinic literature. He also read the New Testament and the Quran and perhaps some other Christian patristic literature. So if they was writing about us today, they would read all these books, right? Because we are referring to them or getting the dropout. But let's keep our mind, let's keep our vision focused on this Kari. Let's see how it connects to Daniel. I got no plan here. I'm literally belly flopping and Jacob Kirkasani. All right, so let's keep going. Of his non-carried associates, he mentions the rabbinic scholar Jacob B. Ephraim and Jacob, son of Ephraim, and the Christian bishop, or rather deacon, Yasu Sekha, with whom he was on terms of personal friendship. Unlike some Arya fanatics, he avoided personal vituperation, VIDUPERATION. Anybody getting it on the audio? And his anti-rabbinic polemics. All right, hold up, man. I gotta decode some of this, man. I never seen vituperation before, so let's see what they talking about. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay. Bitter and abusive language. Why not just say bitter? Why not just say abusive? So he avoided personal, bitter, abusive, in his anti-rabbinic polemics, and Al-Kirkasani let the logic of his thought and the range of his learning speak for themselves, so that he was by far the most formidable champion of Kariism of his age. When they talk about being a formidable champion of Kariism, I'm not going to let that just smooth by your ear bone, man. Okay, let's just slow down for a minute. Everybody slow down. Formidable champion of Kariism is someone who was like a bona fide code-keeper, like, a bona fide exilarch, a bona fide leader, ruler. Don't let that inspire your eye bones, man. Let's just take a break, what his car is. In case you missed it. We know car time. We're going to get on the car time. But what his car is. We know the drive. We know that this is really stemming from the Hebrew Israelite code keepers called the car or black Cathay. Melanated, copper colored cons of Cathay. Nagas of the promised land. India's superior Nagas, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's all we saying. But they're code keepers, and they're just taking it as a religious thing, and they call it Karaism, like Judaism. It's studying Judah. Judah's a tribe. It's the ism of Judah, right? You're not black, or you're not copper-ish, right? You're copper, right? Okay. They don't call you blackish people. They call you black people, right? That's what they call us. with a Q. Charism, Kara. So you see how they replace the Q's and K's, right? From Hebrew Kara to read. So Turkic Kara means black, but in the Hebrew, the Kara means read. I think you might have your own interpretation once you understand the Picto-Paleo Hebrew. Well, let's do it, man. Hey, let's press the 108, man. Let's do it, man. Let's bring up that Hebrew chart, man. That's what we're here for. We'll get back in this. We'll be back in this Rabini flow. I'm turning up with you. I'm turning up with you. Come on, man. This is just the intro, man. Y'all not man. This is what we do. It only gets better. It only gets better, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all think that this is a series when it ends? I know you're used to unhappy endings. This series got a happy ending to it. This Preston John investigation got a happy ending, my nigga. We turned it up, man. Shallow one. A lot of water. Let's go, man. My bad, man. I get a little emotional. I get a little emotional sometimes. I don't expect all these books to be popping out, man. That's how many books were written about Preston John. That even when you search and pinpoint for Preston John, a brand new book always pops up about Preston John. But you never saw no books in your high school about Preston John. But suddenly you start looking into Preston John. And what did I have to type in to find this book? That's the crazy thing. Who on your street right now, who on your block right now is going to type in Kara, Katai, Preston John, Yellow Dashi? I'll wait. Even people that know about Preston John ain't about to type in Kara, Katai, Preston John, Yellow Dashi. They're not going to do it. I got 5 results from Google. I might as well go to DuckDuckGo. Even Yandex, man, be giving me that hijack. I'm trying to figure out where I can go to search for the truth, my nigga, about Preston John. And I'm in Preston John, installment 109. And these are 2, 3, 4 hour videos, man. Still searching for the Preston. So excuse me if I get a little hype, a little emotional, and a little turned up and start saying, ooh, 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 Excuse me. All right. Been doing this a long time. I ain't got time for the play. The message is way too important to play with these jabronis out here. Everybody want attention. But the attention should be on Hawa. The attention should be on the Creator. That's where our attention is, man. And what's your intention? Your intention should be to bring the Nagas to the water so that they can surf the wave to be direct with Hawa, direct with the Creator. If that's not your intention, I don't know what to do for you. If you don't want that to be my intention, our intention, I don't know what to do for you. You can't check my heart, boss. You don't know what's in my heart, bone man. Only I know that, right? So that gives me the drop over any jabroni tries to tell me what's in my heart, Pump. I know what I'm doing this for. I want that glow, my nugget. You know that glow that comes when you are doing what you love to do? You know that glow that fires up your ruach when you're doing what you love doing? I love doing this right now in this moment that I'm talking to you. I love it. I got that glow. Money can't buy that glow. I believe in Hawaii. I believe in that fire that don't go out, that burning bush that speak to you, man. That speak to you, man. I got the prester in me. You got the prester in you. We impressed the 109, man. Let's go. Okay. Sorry, man. That's just the introduction. Get a little emotional sometimes. This new book we just now finding and I never ever heard of and no one ever dropped on me. It's called Masala History by Siva, Volume 1. I guess there's more. The history they don't teach at school. Maybe it's somebody that's been in the classroom. I don't know, man. By Siva Kumar Sathra Man. Last name is spelled Sethuran. My niggas is getting the audio. You know, they might be hearing this on 432 to try things out sometimes. This is awesome. Dear travelers and chroniclers report Prester John's empire was set up in Assyria, Abyssinia, and Africa. I thought Abyssinia was Ethiopia. Wouldn't Ethiopia be Africa? Unless Abyssinia is someplace else. Right. Prester Pad. Prester John. Emperado de los Abyssinios. Abyssinias. Is this Africa? That's what they want to sell us on today, that we're just talking about Ethiopia, because Abyssinia is the old name for Ethiopia, right? Old name for Ethiopia, boss. Habasa. Habasa. Look at the shoes. Emperor de los Abyssinios. This is the Khan of Khan. Another body bag for the illusion. We're not talking Africa, boss. The Abyssinios had nothing to do with Africa, or else. Or else, boss. They wouldn't be making a separation between Abyssinia and Africa. Straight up. So they're looking for Preston John's kingdom everywhere. They're searching, right? The search of Preston John's empire ended in the late 15th century when finally Europe woke up to the fact that they weren't getting any support from the Orient. So this, already, this author seems like he wants to, put the blame on the Preston. Oh, they're not getting no support. Wake up, Europe. Who's Preston John? Oh, okay. He must be a figment of your imagination, huh? If you're still reading this, I hope you are sure of one thing, Preston John was largely a figment of imagination. See, what happens when you get more and more Prester John documents is that you're either going to get one thing or the other. You know, someone really searching for Prester John or someone there to poke holes into the veracity, into the truth. It's hard for them to big up a black priest king, a Negro, a Naga, a copper colored Khan. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for them to do that. They got to say it's just a what? Prester John is largely a figment of imagination. Largely, but not all the way. They didn't say it's a complete myth. Okay? Even the hater can't hate too bad. Even the hater gotta be like, he cool, but yada, 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 yada. You know, oh yeah, he can fight, but you know, he don't move his feet. So I already know, man. I'm just gonna walk him down. I'm gonna walk him down. So they say he's drawing inspirations from multiple stories. There are reasons to believe that the Prester John actually referred to a story created by the Indian bishop in 1122. So here we go with these dates. 12th century. Here we go. A lot points to this dark ages, 12th century, pop offness. You know what I'm saying? Even when we go back to Jacob Kirkasini, you know what I'm saying? They're putting him around what? 12th century. We're going to get it. Or 9th. I think 10th century, so it could be like 900s. You know what I mean? So they're putting that Jacob around the 900s. So where would David be? If they put Jacob around the 900s, right? Let's make sure I'm not making stuff up. They put Jacob, the Cariot, who's not dealing with no hijack, oral tradition. He ain't dealing with no Talmud. They're putting him first half of the 10th century. All right. Okay. So Jacob, since they're saying it is a sequence or reproducing the sequence of biblical patriarchs, let's talk about the biblical patriarch. Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. Is it a reproducing? Or are we catching them slipping in the phantoms and the duplications and that the history is not so antique? The BCs are non-existent when it comes to what they've given us as history in the BCs. A lot of that is happening in the 1500s, 16th century. In this case, we're talking